talked to Kevin. I said, like, what keep you going? He like, nobody putting in the work. Somebody got to keep putting in that work to keep the doors open for everybody who trying to come through the door. And that's what Kevin was saying. He like, bro, I was trying to skip he was like, bro, you trying to skip the comedy clubs. I ain't even want to have to go to comedy club route. He like, nigga, that's the gauntlet. You got to take your ass in there and do them shows. He like, bro, you got to stay your ass in the comedy clubs. He like, you can't just skip over all that shit and just say, oh, I want to be a movie star tomorrow. I'm high days. It don't work like that. You got to go do what I was able to do and had to do. Kevin Hart, he took the long route. You know what I mean? He was telling me that, like, you got to take the long road like everybody else. Nigga, you're not going to wake up tomorrow and just be the biggest movie star in the world. It don't work like that. Yeah. That's the most humblest shit that's been told to me. You know what I mean? Even when I sat down with Jay-Z, all the shit that I've done in my life, people haven't been able to do, but it's been humbling shit.
What Hov tell you?
Hov was just telling me about how the slogans I was coming up with at the time, motherfuckers was paying millions of dollars to come up with these slogans, but I was doing it with ease. Like, people was trying to pay top dollars to come up with a hit slogan. He was like, you on the internet doing this shit with ease. At the time, I didn't know how good this shit really was. To this day, I really don't know how good it was to, like, come off the internet and motherfuckers. We was talking about how motherfuckers just go take your shit and run off with your shit and make it seem like they came up with this shit like they been in the green room all this time coming up with some great material. Nigga, y'all niggas stole this shit 6 months ago, but y'all just coming out with it. But I mean, it's different shit. But you know what I mean? For me, the most genuine conversations I ever had was with Snoop Dogg, Kevin Hart, and Jay-Z. Genuine shit, though. I ain't know what Jay-Z wanted from me, though. He sent out a smoke signal to meet me. We was out there at All-Star Weekend in North Carolina, and people see me like, hey, Jay-Z looking for me. I'm like, what the fuck Jay-Z looking for me for? What do you want to talk to me about? Like, I'm just a nigga from the east side of Detroit doing my little thing on the internet. I don't know what Jay want to talk about. So he called me. His people called me first. It was like some mob shit. Yeah, Jay-Z gonna call you, man. Stay by your phone. Now, man, when Jay called, it was a blocked number. I'm like, man, I talked to 7 bill collectors before I even talked to Jay-Z. By the 8th time, I'm like, okay, this Hov. He was like, can you hear me? You can hear me good? I'm like, okay, this is Jay. And then he was like, man, I want to sit down with you, meet you, whoop to whoop. And we had a good conversation. And then when I got to LA, we sat down, we had a conversation. Jay-Z was the coldest nigga because the man ain't had no watch on, no phone or nothing. I got there, I promise you, I got there at 1:59. The man was gone by 2:59. Like, in his mind, he knew he had already been sitting there with me for 60 minutes. It was the coldest shit I had seen. I'm like, how the fuck? I don't know if he had a nigga in the background. Like, yeah, it's been 60 of them. It's time to roll. But it was cold just to see him just sit there for 6 minutes and like, all right, bro, I got to roll. You know what I'm saying? We had a great conversation. He was just gone. But it was like, to see him that professional and that discipline, it was just the coldest shit I had seen. You know what I mean? I ain't never seen niggas sit down and have a t-shirt on. You know, we sit down, your shirt wrinkle up. This nigga shirt ain't even wrinkle up. This nigga had a t-shirt on. This bitch ain't have a wrinkle in it. Like, nigga, you sitting down.
Oh, no, that's that Egyptian cotton.
Okay, put me on game. I need some of that Egyptian cotton.
When you start getting that real money, I got a closet full of them motherfuckers.
Put me on game. I need me a few of those.
You know, he wear Egyptian Adidas sweatpants.
Yeah, these Egyptian joints.
Egyptian cotton.
Yeah.
That's why they never wrinkle.
You got a pair for me?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Yeah, I need a small, man. Them hard, though.
Yeah.
That's them there?
Yeah, these Egyptian joints.
Yeah, that's why they never wrinkle.
Oh, yeah. Where yours at, Gilly?
I don't believe in that shit.
Prince of Egypt sent me these joints.
It's not what I don't believe in that shit.